Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the program Fuckaroonies. Hello, fuckers. And today I want to talk about why am I selling the gold sub? Why am I selling the gold sub? And believe you me, fuckers, it ain't as fucking easy as some of you miserable, nasty fuckers would think. No, I did it. I did it as a dare, okay? Dare! I did it as a dare. I was talking to my friend Brian from Zircon Security and Debt Recovery, and he goes, Archie, would you ever sell your gold sub? And I said, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there. Put it out there, fuckers. I said to Brian, I'm going to put it out there. And then you know what fucking happens? I get a serious buyer comes to me. A serious buyer. And he's chiseled me down on the price a little bit. He's chiseled me down. I don't want to go into specifics, but it's a little bit off. It's still a fair deal. It's still a fair deal for both parties concerned because this is a very, very good condition Rolex Submariner in gold. Nice condition, big bracelet, just serviced, professionally polished. It doesn't get sweeter than that, fuckers. And why am I selling it? Why? Why, Archie? Why are you doing that? YMCA. Do. Why? I don't know why I'm doing it. It's one of these things. I've been trying to revitalize the ArchieLuxury collection. I've been trying to bring in new topics and, I'm trying to keep you nasty fuckers entertained. And I just thought as a joke, I would run with it and see what I got. And it's hard. Why did I want to sell it in the first place? Well, I actually love that watch. And, it's one of these things, I don't appreciate it till I've nearly lost it. You don't appreciate what you got until you nearly lost it. And I got to be honest with you. Brian is holding an 18038. That's a single quickset President, black dial with Romans for me at a bargain price. My mate Brian from Zircon. And I really want to get into that President. And I tell you the truth there, I've got a few sales in the pipeline. I just sold my Brightly. Sold it this morning. Okay, the guy PayPal'd me. And it's gone, fuckers. It's out of my fucking life. It's out of my life. I got someone who's got a 7-day hold on my Breguet. Sorry, my Breguet. So he's going to let me know. And I've got someone who I've agreed to sell the gold sub to. And, you don't appreciate what you've got until you've nearly lost it. And what I'm thinking is, I tell you fuckaroonies, what I'm thinking is, please, whatever you do, don't tell Greg Kinder this because, I don't want him to know, but I'm thinking about selling the gold sub and then I will get Brian's 18038 President. And I want to buy myself a bluesy, a two-tone, a steel and gold Submariner. Because, let me explain to you fuckers, I never really enjoyed it when I owned the gold sub. It was so precious, you know what I mean? Yes, it was fun to walk around like the big swinging dick. But I never really enjoyed the watch because it's like wearing a Rolex made of chocolate because it was so precious So I don't know if I really enjoyed it, but don't tell Kinder that, because I don't want him saying, I told you so, Archie. So I'm thinking of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell the Breitling. I mean, that was just an oversized monstrosity. Okay, it never suited me. I hated the fucking thing, okay? I hated it. I only spoke well of it because I wanted to flick the fucking thing. Then the Breguet, I'd like to move the Breguet. I really would like to move the Breguet. The Breguet's been a bit quiet. I'm very surprised. I had a good price. I've really marked that fucker down, and I'm still not getting bites. I got it. One person's got it on hold for a couple of days. That's my mate Matthew Mason, but I'm thinking that might just be a bum steer, personally. That's just between you and me, and don't tell Matthew that. I've got the solid gold subby. Well, fuckers, what do I say? I kind of love it. I'm hoping the deal falls through. Then I'm hoping the deal happens. I'm hoping the deal falls through. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking maybe I'll get a Calatrava again, like a 5107. Maybe I will get I was thinking of talking to Brian last night, maybe a bluesy, a two-tone pre-ceramic sub, and a sea dweller. And I'm thinking, that might make me more happy than the solid gold sub. And I'm just confused. I am confused, fuckers. Very, very confused. And very confused indeed. So I'm kind of, look, why am I selling it? Because I should have, it's just one of these things. I don't appreciate it till I've nearly lost it. And I got to be honest with you. My keepers in my collection, two watches that are keepers. The two watches that are super keepers are my Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date, okay, and my Explorer 2. They are the keepers. That's the foundation. I mean, seriously, I love the Reverso because that allows me to excuse me, it allows me to be in the horology without having Patek money invested. So the Reverso Grand Date I love. The Explorer 2 with the solid end links, I just think that's the most perfect iteration of the Explorer 2. I love it, love it, love it. Love it to death, fuckers. Love that little fucker. And then the other, so that's my two keepers. The Breguet, sad to go, but I'll get rid of the Breguet if I can smell a day date coming in. And I'll get rid of the gold sub if I can get a bluesy. I think I got to get a bluesy. I think that's much more usable. The bluesy, I tell you the truth, okay? Don't tell Kinder this either. I went on holidays and I had Kinder's two-tone. It's a long story. You wouldn't understand, and it has serious tax implications. So let's just leave it at that. I had his bluesy and I had my gold sub. And you know something? I had a choice of wearing either fucker. I went to the fucking two-tone more often than the solid. The solid gold was nice to ponce around a bit, but it was actually the two-tone sub that I actually enjoyed wearing more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had gold in it, but it was like trim, whereas the actual watch had the solid steel there to keep the fucker together. So I don't know. I'm just saying to you, I'm thinking a two-tone bluesy. Don't tell Kinder whatever you do. And, what am I going to do? Well, fuckers, I really, 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 either way, if the gold sub falls through, I got another guy who's interested, but I think if it falls through with this deal, I'm just going to hold on to it. Fuck it. Take it off the market and just keep it. But I've already promised this guy he can have it, so I'm just going to wait. He's promised me a wire within 24 hours, so let's wait. and then we'll decide. But at the end of this week, it'll either be sold or it'll be mine. So either way, I'll be happy. And I wouldn't mind a 36 mil day date. I love a president. I think they're just... I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind a bluesy, and I wouldn't mind a sea dweller. So I've got a few ideas floating around the Archie head. So you tell me what you fuckers think. What would you replace it with? So my two keepers, the Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso, the Explorer 2. That's the keepers. I want that fucking day date from Brian from Zircon. I want that day date. And then I want to add a bluesy and possibly a sea dweller. Pre-ceramic, of course. So, fuckers, that's my mess I'm in. Tell me what you miserable, nasty, cheap, vicious, vulgar fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Good to see you struggling like the rest of us.